Good to be here.
Buenos días a todos. Buenos días. Sí, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Love your hat, Rosa. Wow.
Anyway, let's start to welcome people.
We are going to welcome all these people.
Yes.
Or one by one.
Anyway,
all together.
To have a chat with each other, I know.
Okay, so are we going to start officially now, Angelina?
Yes.
Welcome, dear all, to this gathering, to share, to unite our hearts and our energies, to feel the vibration of our global network of URI.
Before starting our festival, we want to invite you to keep a minute of silent prayer for Ukraine and for our dear friend Aduruna Rediviva or Luna from Ukrainian Pagan Circle CC, member of our URI Europe family. Luna is on the western border of Ukraine with Hungary right now, and she is helping others to escape the country. Dark times and war is happening right now in Europe, once again in 21st century. We have seen countless deaths, injuries, and destruction in Ukraine. Let us send prayers for Luna and for all innocent people in Ukraine and those in Russia who are standing against the war. Let's pray for peace. May peace prevail in Europe.
We wanted to share with you a quote from the message that Charles Gibbs gave to our URI community. It will be there in the screen while we go deep within ourselves to send energy of love and healing to those brothers and sisters who are suffering fears of war.
Welcome again, dear all. It is my honor and pleasure to be together with you today on behalf of URI Europe. I'm Angelina from Sofia, Bulgaria, URI Europe CC Liaison Officer. Together with NOE, we are happy to be your hosts during the next hour and a half. Our festival, Harmony in Diversity, is the last event from the URI cross-regional webinar series organized jointly by URI Latin America and the Caribbean and URI Europe on the occasion of the World Interfaith Harmony Week. World Interfaith Harmony Week provides a platform, as you know, 1 week in a year, first week of February, when all interfaith groups and other groups of goodwill can show the world what a powerful movement they are. Our virtual event today marks the end of whole month with activities dedicated to interfaith harmony and peace. It was planned to be a celebration, but actually it is a gathering of URI CCs across the world and symbolic collective message for peace. Please allow me to say a few words also about URI. URI is a network, a global grassroots interfaith network that cultivates peace and justice by engaging people to bridge religious and cultural differences and work together for the good of their communities and the world. URI is a community of cooperation circles, interfaith member groups, more than 1,000 all around the world. We call those groups cooperation circles or CCs, and they are self-organized and they're at the core of URI. To form a CC, you need at least 7 people from at least 3 different religions, spiritual expressions, or indigenous traditions, including atheists and agnostics. With these few words, I pass to NOE to tell you more about the festival theme, different art areas we will focus on, and to introduce to you our special guests for today. NOE, to you.
Thank you. Why Harmony in Diversity is the title of our festival? Because as music notes could be played or sung with the main tune, we dream and work for a humanity where people connect for love and relationships are based in the agreement of ideas, feelings, and actions. This celebration from URI cooperation circles across the world is going to end off the month of the World International Harmony Week. The purpose is to enjoy and delight our diverse and vibrant cultures. We are going to share with you some videos sent by our cooperation circles of the world about their beautiful actions they are doing in different areas: culinary arts, music and song, textile and weaves, painting and rituals. We are going to start listening to the words of our special guests. All of them are enthusiastic and sensitive people who have contributed to URI with the development of the area of education for peace through art. Welcome, dear Sally Mai, co-founder and senior consultant of URI. Welcome, dear.
Oh, thank you so much, NOE, and thank you each person for being here. I think we all feel the same. We just feel grateful to be with each other, especially at this time. And I'm really grateful that we can give the full force of our attention with all of us together to the power and the truth of harmony. And as Charles so eloquently wrote, to write a new storyline. The story's not finished. It's always being written by people like us. So as you said, especially today as waves of terror and pain and the dissonance of war in Europe are hitting us full in the face, it's just, again, a privilege to raise up this underlying truth of harmony for all beings and all vibrations on the earth. There's an amazing glimpse of harmony offered in this poem that I'd like to share with you. Once I traveled far above the earth. This beloved planet we call home was covered with an elastic web of light. I watched in awe as it shimmered, stretched, dimmed, and shined, shaped by the collective effort of all life within it. Dissonance attracted dissonance. Harmony attracted harmony. I saw revolutions, droughts, famines, and the births of new nations. The most humble kindnesses made the brightest lights. Nothing was wasted. Those words are from Joe Harjo, the current poet laureate in the United States and a Native American. So harmony finds itself in the human heart. Its home is in the human heart. So when we join our loving energies with others, I think we are like musical instruments. We make a new song, and we're like distant rivers that come together to create a powerful flow of energy. Just take a minute to do a simple little heart meditation. Just place your hand on your heart, just very gently, kind of ground yourself, breathe in deep down into the heart so you can feel it soften and your whole body relaxes as you bring your attention inside. Move your hand to create a little figure 8 over your heart. Make a small little gesture with your hand, close to your heart and then moving outward. Keep the flow going as you breathe in and out. So what happens inside us flows outward, and what happens out there flows inward, both to teach and to help shape us. And as your arm and hand move to create a flow from your heart outward, imagine heart energy gently rippling into widening circles, touching others, your community, people known and unknown. And as your hand moves from the outside back to your heart, imagine the waves of challenge and opportunity coming back to you. It's a bounty of care and connection that is present, and our hearts can receive them all. So again, with a deep gratitude and with gentle, loving attention to our hearts, let's open them today to receive the power and the nourishment of this call, the nourishment of harmony through food and music and art, so graciously offered by people here and by people in our URI network. So on with the festival. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sally, for these very emotional words. We are continuing with a message from Marianne. Marianne is URI Europe Global Trustee. She will greet us and will read a poem together with Cheyenne, a member of her CC, Intercultural Circle.
Hello, everyone from Germany. I am Marianne and this is Cheyenne. We live in Bonn, where I'm running a cooperation circle named Intercultural Circle Bonn, and this now for about 10 years. Bonn is an international town where people from many countries and cultures come together. In our CC, we have people from China, Tajikistan and Pakistan, from Iran and Turkey, from Ghana and Mauritius. Our members give us an impression of the countries where they are from. We made meetings with poetry about love, and about spring, where we could see this is difficult for those countries which never have the feeling of spring as we have in our hemisphere. Once we presented poetry from Turkey, from Yunus Emre to the modern writers, that is, from the 12th to the 20th century. And we give also samples of music. So I plan for the next autumn and winter to make such a presentation also for Persian writers. Especially the Germans are affine with Persian poetry. Goethe wrote his famous West Eastern Divan in admiration to the great Hafiz. So my dear friend Shayan and I will read Persian poetry from Ferdowsi, Hafiz, Saadi, Rumi, and Omar Khayyam. Here and now we give you an example of a poem of Hafiz, first in Farsi, then in English. Please, Shayan.
Thank you, Marianne. Hello, everybody, from my side as well. I hope this video reaches you in great health. The poem that we are reading today's name is The Dance of Life. مژده وصل تو کو کز سر جان برخیزم طایر قدسم و از دام جهان برخیزم به ولای تو گر بنده خویشم خوانی از سر خواجگی کون و مکان برخیزم یا رب از ابر هدایت برسان بارانی پیشتر زانکه چو گردی ز میان برخیزم بر سر تربت من با می و مطرب بنشین تا به بویت ز لحد رقص کنان برخیزم خیز و بالا بنما ای بت شیرین حرکات کز سر جان و جهان دست فشان برخیزم گرچه پیرم تو شبی تنگ در آغوشم کش تا سحرگه ز کنار تو جوان برخیزم روز مرگم نفسی مهلت دیدار بده تا چو حافظ ز سر جان و جهان برخیزم. And now in English from Marianne.
Dance of life. Waiting. Straining to hear your voice that I may rise. I'm heaven's dove that from the earthly cage will rise. If I'm bid but to be your slave, I gladly shall forswear dominion over worldly things as now I rise. Let the rain fall from your cloud of grace, O Lord, before to dust I would be changed, I rise. Bring a minstrel to my grave and a bottle of good wine. Your fragrant presence shall lift me dancing, full of joy as I rise. Hold high your lordly statue that I may see you draw me nigh. With clapping hands I leave the life and I rise. Though I'm old yet in the night, from your embrace in dawn's new light, a youth will rise. On the day that I die, a glimpse of you may I behold, and as Hafiz, from life's desire leap into eternity, and I will rise.
Thank you, dear Marianne. Now We are going to have our dearest star, Saleta Aquino, the Latin American and the Caribbean Global Trustee. Thank you for being with us, dear Saleta.
Es un honor para mí haber sido elegida para hablar hoy. Gracias especialmente a Enoé y a Angelina. Mi vida se divide en dos momentos, antes y después de leer la carta de Uri. Antes me empeñaba en defender a todo costo la verdad de mi tradición cristiana. No conocía otras tradiciones. Después de leer los principios de Uri, tuve acceso a la belleza que la cooperación religiosa puede aportar al mundo. Comprendí que con el amor como base, todas las religiones, e incluso todos los no creyentes, pueden marcar la diferencia en el mundo. Me gustaría hablar de algunos temas que he conocido más profundamente y por los cuales tengo trabajado. Respecto a los hermanos indígenas, invito a todos a escuchar a estos hermanos que son de gran sabiduría. Si resisten a los males que les han impuesto durante muchos siglos. En América, por ejemplo, desde hace más de 5 siglos, 70 millones de indígenas fueron diezmados en nuestro continente. Es el mayor genocidio de la historia de la humanidad. Otra cuestión es la lucha por la reducción de las armas. Nuestro país, concretamente, está experimentando un incentivo para la proliferación de armas en un volumen gigantesco. Para no extenderme demasiado, me gustaría señalar un tercer tema que se ha convertido en vital para mí: la defensa del medio ambiente, especialmente la cuestión del agua. Nosotros como URI pudimos cofundar el año pasado la Red Ecuménica del Agua en Brasil. El agua es un regalo divino, un derecho humano y un bien común. El día 22, que es el día 22 de marzo, que es el Día Mundial del Agua, se pondrá en marcha en todo el mundo el proyecto 100.000 jóvenes por el agua. Luego enviaré el proyecto a los medios de URI. Y como la producción de agua tiene que ver con la plantación de árboles, he traído un poema al respecto. La sabiduría espiritual de los árboles, por Pierre Stutz. Los árboles nos enseñan el arte de florecer en primavera y la capacidad de dormirse en otoño. La capacidad de florecer. Los árboles me animan a enraizarme más en la vida. Los árboles se abren una perspectiva libertadora de la vida. Me dicen, cuanto más profundas sean tus raíces, más puedes aventurarte en las ramas y perder el miedo a las raíces extrañas. La identidad solo se afirma cuando no se desarrolla mediante la exclusión. sino en el descubrimiento de la conectividad en la diversidad. En el diálogo con los árboles también me libero de la imperfección. La vitalidad y la fragilidad pertenecen a toda la vida intensa, intensa. Quien se lanza a los brazos de la vida, quien se atreve a entregarse, se libera para florecer y aceptar la vida. La mística Hildegarda de Bingen se refiere en sus enseñanzas sobre la salud al poder curativo de los árboles. Este poder curativo que es un ritmo de vida saludable, en el que podamos disfrutar del regalo de la vida cada día y al mismo tiempo aceptar la vulnerabilidad y la finitud de la vida. Tender a tocarse, a prestarse atención sin perder el espacio para crecer. Acérquense tiernamente, déjense experimentar la seguridad en el disfrute del poder erótico de la amistad. Tiernamente elevados se abren mutuamente el espacio para el sentido de la vida, poder amar de verdad. Arraigados con amor, completándose en la diversidad para una unión creativa. Gracias por escucharme.
Obrigada, gracias. Thank you, Salete. Thank you for your warm words and nice poem. And now we will continue with short video greetings from 3 others, Global CC, Peter Grammatico from URI Europe, and Rosa Delia and Francisco Morales from Latin America.
It is not our differences that divide us. It is our inability to recognize, accept, and celebrate those differences. I am personally ready to sign the message of Moses Maimonides, accept the truth from whatever source it comes. Dialogue is the art of conversation across boundaries of difference. Let there be not a grenade explosion, but a bell ringing. Let's be forgotten people. The interreligious and intercultural festival goes under the title Harmony in Diversity, and those who shall perform for sure know that you don't get harmony when everybody sings the same note.
Mi nombre es Rosa Delia Quixpemacas. Soy del Cese Samay Uri, Ecuador. Saraguro Huarmimicani. Mis saludos reverentes a cada una de las personas que están participando en los actos programados para la celebración de la armonía interreligiosa. Hago un llamado para que nuestros credos, las religiones a las que pertenecemos, no sean una limitante para buscar la paz, para buscar el amor, para desarrollar los valores humanos y compartir con el mundo entero. Que esta semana sea lleno de sabiduría, de gozo y de muchas ideas más para desarrollarlas en todos nuestros días. Gracias.
En esta semana del Día Internacional de la Armonía Interreligiosa, mi nombre es Francisco Morales, actualmente consejero global para Latinoamérica y el Caribe. Les mando un abrazo profundo desde la cosmovisión indígena. Abrazos.
Okay, thank you to our trustees. Art is the central and connecting element of this festival. Because as said by Isaac Wiqueda, who is the president of the Soca Cacay, art is a song to the joy of living. We are going to start the different areas with the culinary arts. And as Albert Einstein said a long time ago, nothing will benefit human health and increase the chances of survival of life on Earth as much as the evolution towards a vegetarian diet. And we have the videos from CC Unisoes, Brazil, presented by Ana Santos, who is with us here. And we have also an IFAC CC Europe and multi-region video presented by Liz Larisheva, who is with Ukrainian roots.
Santos, eu sou coordenadora do Círculo de Cooperação da Unisoes Salvador, Bahia, Brasil. Então, a minha formação, sou pedagoga, mas sempre me dediquei também à alimentação vegetariana. Então, desde 1974, eu me tornei vegetariana. E se tornar vegetariana é realmente a gente procurar ter uma saúde e ter um corpo saudável. E dentro desse aspecto da alimentação vegetariana, a gente observa que tem vários ângulos para a gente observar. Por exemplo, a questão ética. Então, o quanto é importante o nosso relacionamento com os animais. E nós pensarmos também que o nosso planeta Terra está precisando se modificar nesse aspecto, para que as pessoas, além de se relacionarem entre si, procurem também se relacionar com os animais, com vegetais, enfim, com os minerais, para que nós tenhamos um planeta harmonizado. Então, dentro também, outro aspecto importante que a gente tem que observar é o aspecto da saúde. E a gente já viu que pelos relatórios da Organização Mundial de Saúde, o maior número de cânceres que existe é em função dessa comida animal que aí existe. Então, é muito importante nós pensarmos em mudar a nossa alimentação. E, olhando também o aspecto ambiental, a gente já está sendo solicitado pelos diversos órgãos que a humanidade se torne vegetariana, em função das mudanças climáticas, para evitar o quê? As pastagens, para viabilizar e para possibilitar que a gente tenha maior número de plantios e não de pastagens, que isso está danificando o planeta. E dentro do ponto de vista espiritual, então também tem uma grande importância que a gente também trabalha essa energia. E a gente sabe a importância da energia espiritual mais refinada, e não o homem trazendo para dentro do seu organismo.
Hi everyone, today I want to show my favorite recipe of healthy biscuits. For them I take dark chocolate, different dried fruits and nuts, also bananas and oats. Then I take 1 glass of oats and grind it in the coffee mill. You can also take a blender. Now it's ready. Now I took 2 bananas and make a puree this way from them. So I get a banana mesh. Once banana puree is ready, I will add some dried fruits, nuts and chocolate. I have sliced dried fruits, have chopped nuts. This time I have chosen pecan nuts, and I have also sliced dark chocolate, and I will add it with oats. Now I have such a consistency and I have put in parchment paper, so I will form a balls this way and put it like this. So I form a biscuits until I have space. Now I have 12 biscuits and I put it to the oven for around 25-30 minutes. It's heated up to 180 degrees. And now they are ready. I have already served some. Bon appetit!
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, Anna and Lisa. And from culinary, we are going to handicraft. And with this beautiful image of the little prince, I would like to share the quote of Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, which is saying, "The most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched. They are felt with the heart." Here we have two videos, actually one presentation and one video. The presentation is from Amsterdam Women's Group CC in the Netherlands. And I would like to invite Carola to speak on the slides. And then we will show the video of Yelitza Rangel, CC, Cuinaroa, Venezuela. Carola, the floor is yours. And please, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Carola, and I'm from the Amsterdam Women's Group. We have a small group of very diverse ages, backgrounds, ethnic diversity. And when we get together, we always have very deep, meaningful conversations and wonder why we don't do it more often. It's been a bit hard during lockdown, of course, to keep this going. During lockdown, I have been sewing. I'm an artist. I'm a textile artist. As I come from England, our tradition is actually patchwork played a big part. I'm going to read what I have written down. Textile sewing and embroidery are amongst skills that have always been an expression of identity. They talk about who you are, where you belong, the traditions you hold from your culture. Before we could buy things, we always had to make our own clothes. So we made our own identities. We embroidered them. We chose the colors. We garbed ourselves in beauty. I was lucky when I was growing up to be introduced to sewing when I was at school. And in the 60s, there was not a lot to buy. So especially in England at that time, the tradition was make, do and mend, remake or make your own. And funnily enough, we're coming back to these skills for many different reasons. During the lockdown, I started to develop this. So yeah, sewing has always been a part of a community, a place to come and share and talk while creating, and it still is. So now with the women's group, we're going to move on and we're going to start doing sewing circles. I'm already a part of different sewing circles, and then I thought how wonderful to combine this with the work that URI is doing. So this first piece is an heirloom piece, which I started in 1975. I then had a vintage store, and these pieces were from the 20s. I've been working on this all that time. I pick it up and I sew it, I put in, you can see COVID-19 in there, you can see different parts of my life. This is going to be for my children. There's even 1.5 meters in there to celebrate the COVID. So this is all made of materials that I have found or been given. I always sneak a bit from my friends, or people give me something. They say, oh, I wore this. Is this of use to you? The next piece, can you move on to the next piece? Thank you. This, I felt, I didn't know when I started it, but this was all different kinds of materials that actually didn't belong together. There were some African pieces, some pieces from Indonesia, Christmas pieces, just all kinds of things. And I started to sew them and embroider them and put them together. And then I noticed, funnily enough, you always sew what's in your heart, don't you? So as I started sewing them and putting them together, I saw that they were all connected in some way. That even though they were very different, once you started combining with stitches, just like how you do with dialogue, then all of a sudden this diversity quilt appeared. I call this things that fall apart and things that come together, because out of something that's fallen apart and no longer have a use, you can always bring them together. And this is what I feel that we do with Interfaith. Like the URI, I want my stitching to also tell a story. The next one. This is a coral reef. And in there, I have actually put plastic waste. It's a beautiful reef, but I wanted to express how the pollution is affecting our reefs. And the last piece, this piece started in 2020. I had gone to a mask making workshop at the Tropical Museum, and it was about making protest masks, or if you were going to wear a mask against COVID, that you could put a protest on it. So I started with the speak up in the middle. But I didn't like it as a mask. It didn't work. During the lockdown, we all had time to look and see what was happening in the world. And one thing that really happened in 2020 was Black Lives Matter. And this is my Black Lives Matter work. It's not finished. It's actually got a lot bigger, and it's turned into a head that is talking, saying I am, but it was too big to go on the screen. For me, I have been involved personally with the lives of Black people from all over the world. In the 70s, I actually lived with a Black family in San Francisco, and my daughter is mixed race. So this is a part of my world and my experience, and I wanted to say something about how I felt about Black Lives Matter. So it's still ongoing because the whole situation is still ongoing. It grows and it grows. So through my work, I've been trying to express the things that are close to my heart. And now with our sewing circle, I have gathered together other women, and actually we're going to allow diversity and actually have men in the group, because men also sew and want to express themselves. And when we get together, we talk about everything. You talk about life, politics, spirituality. It's a great way to share, and I've actually done it online. So if anybody feels like doing it online, like in a Zoom meeting where we sew and talk, that's also something that we might like to explore. So, well, thank you for letting me show my work.
Gracias, Uri, Guaristoque, como decimos en nuestro pueblo indígena quinaroes. Les habla Yelixa Rangel del CECI Quinaroa, Mérida, Venezuela. Hoy quiero invitarlos a que paseen por unas imágenes y este video que les vamos a hablar sobre cómo hacer de un sueño una empresa sustentable. Y esos sueños no solamente estamos hablando de empresas que nos dejen dinero, sino las empresas como la familia, las empresas como los amigos, todos son empresas, porque allí va parte de tu sabiduría, allí va parte de tu tolerancia, de tu serenidad. De tal manera que los invito a disfrutar desde nuestros inicios, cuando comenzamos elaborando jabones artesanales, jabones a base de aceites esenciales. En un principio esta idea fue el producto del trabajo de años de dos médicos farmacéuticos y luego de su presentadora. Al equipo se fue integrando estudiantes de la universidad y amas de casa. Luego, en el 2020, se nos vino otro reto mucho más grande, que es el COVID-19, agradeciendo a Uri, que ha sido esa mano amiga, que no solamente ha permitido con sus apoyos, con su apoyo económico, sino lo más importante es el apoyo de toda la gente que integra a Uri, con la experiencia de otras personas. Eso nos ha alentado a ser cada día mejores y a ver en cada reto una oportunidad para el éxito y para decir gracias Señor, gracias Dios, gracias naturaleza, por la magia de la vida y por la magia del amor.
Thank you for the videos. I'm enjoying. You? Okay, now we have music. Isaac Ikeda inspires us again. Music is a global language, a magic key that opens people's hearts. The soul and mind of transcends differences of nationality, ethnicity, and religion. Music is a great catalyst that harmonizes people and unites the entire human race in a great embrace. Music is the melody of the ascendant movement of life. And for this reason, it gives courage, joy, hope, and humanizes us. We are going to share with you 4 videos. The first one from the Dialogue for Peace CC of Morocco. After, we have the video of Latin American musician CC, which is for various countries: Brazil, Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, Argentina, and Chile. And after, we have 2 more videos from Youth Bridges CC from Bulgaria. Enjoy. Yeah.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed.
Did you enjoy? I think that you enjoy, because I enjoyed a lot. And from music, we are going to dance. And I will quote Isidora Duncan. I was born by the sea. My first idea of movement and dance surely came from the rhythm of the waves. I started dancing the moment I knew how to stand up. I have danced all my life. Man, humanity, everyone must dance. So it has been, and so it always will be, a natural necessity that nature itself has given us. Very beautiful. Here we have two videos. One is from India. Abraham sent it to us, Lankan dance at Candy Assembly. And the second one is a video, Armenian dance, provided by Dialogue Center CC, Bulgaria.
Krishna
Okay, beautiful. I love dances. Isadora has reason. She has reason. We have to dance. Everybody in the world. It's our nature. And kids are lovely. I love them. Okay, now we have two sheets for textiles and weaves. The first one is from our dear Fanny Avila, who is already at the Celestial CC, who said once in, I think in an assembly in URI, the oral history of this native culture of Mesoamerica says that the mola was created by the first Puna woman, Kikardiai, who came to the earth wearing a mola, and she was the first who taught the Kuna women its artistic creation and use. Thank you, Fanny, for this quote. And we have another one. I think it's a beautiful quote for weaves. We have it or not? It's from Elena Garcia Quevedo from the Complutense University of Madrid. And she said, there is a weaver who lives in the soul of every woman to teach her to see her time as a great ball of yarn and her gifts as the needles which she shapes her life. The weaver of the soul teaches how to undo the suns and do alchemy with them, transforming them into compost to move forward. Here we have the video of Sisi Mukua, Panama, presented by Ana Linda Avila.
Buenas tardes, ¿verdad? En la cual
Mi nombre es Ana Linda Ávila, represento a Panamá de la comarca Cunayala, en la cual voy a hacer una breve historia sobre el arte de la mola. La mola es un arte textil nacida en la comarca Cunayala por nuestras abuelas de antepasados. Es diseñada en forma de figuras como geométricas, flores, animales y otros más. Cuando se va a usar las telas se llaman poplin y se usa con diferentes colores de tela. Puede ser roja, azul, verde, para que pueda resaltar el dibujo a medida que se va cosiendo la mola. Toda la mola se cose a mano con puntadas chiquitas, con unas agujas chiquititas y con tijeras chicas para que no se vea la costura de la mola, para que se vea bien presentable la mola. Después de haber terminado la costura de las molas, los vendemos a los turistas extranjeros para poder nosotros tener nuestro sustento diario para nuestro hogar. De ahí también enviamos a nuestros hijos para poder recibir la educación con la venta de esas molas. Ana Linda Ávila desde Panamá. Chao. Gracias.
Beautiful, beautiful. We are coming to a painting part. The painter the painter pursues line and color, but his goal is poetry. This is from Rembrandt. And here we have two videos. First one is from Mina Saparevska, Bridges, Bulgaria, and the second one is from Isabel Medeiros, Sisi Caminos de Terra. Enjoy.
Hello guys, my name is Mina Saparevska, I'm 16, from Sofia, Bulgaria, and a part of the Bridges community. Today, on the 5th of February, we just hosted a beautiful event called Ecology of the Soul. Why exactly on the 5th of February? Because in the first week of February, the United Nations are celebrating World Interfaith Harmony Week. And this is my way of partaking in World Interfaith Harmony Week. This exhibition is called Wings and I put my whole soul and heart in them, because I do believe that people's hands are exactly like wings. With them, through prayer, we ascend to the higher power that we believe in, no matter what it is. And that's exactly what I want the audience to know, that we should all love each other and support each other, and especially in a crisis like this, we should all stay can rise and stay together. And I hope you enjoy them. Thank you.
Ativação do Amor Inteiro, Isabel Cristina Medeiros, 14 de dezembro de 2021. É do amor que cabe em mim que falo agora. É do amor que entra em mim que falo agora. É do amor que me invade e cobre que eu falo agora. É do amor que consome a dor e transforma em harmonia que eu falo agora. É do amor que é inteiro e move moinhos pelo caminho que falo agora. É do caminho que se abre à minha frente e se cobre de luz que falo agora. É da verdade de ser quem eu sou que falo agora. É ser assim como sou, que é só amor que falo agora. O amor inteiro que penso não caber em mim me surpreende, porque eu sou o universo e no amor o universo cabe. É simples assim, ver, perceber e sentir que o amor é tudo e o todo, e que tudo e todos estão ancorados neste amor, apenas algumas vezes esquecidos até mesmo pela dor que os consome. Agora, ativa as células de amor em todos os que porventura estejam adormecidos. Sobre a graça divina de Uriel e seus comandantes, ativa as células do amor que parecem perdidas e esquecidas em cada um de nós. Ativa as células do amor em mim, em você e em todos nós. Ativa as células do amor que cabe em mim. Ativa as células do amor que invade a luz, que espalha a força e que emana a paz em cada ser do universo. Ativa as células do amor em todas as águas, em toda a terra, em todo o fogo, em todo o ar. Ativa as células do amor em cada vulcão, em cada furacão, em cada inundação, e assim é. Ativa as células do amor do meu ser. Ativa as células do amor inteiro em meus ossos, em meus músculos, em minhas veias, em meus órgãos, em minhas mãos, em meu coração. Ativa as células do amor em minha mente para que ela brilhe ao receber novas ideias e abra caminho para novas ações. Ativa as células do amor em meu corpo para que ele se mova com agilidade, alegria, leveza e saúde plena. Ativa as células do amor em minhas emoções para que sejam serenas e fortes, profundas e calmas. Ativa as células do amor em meu eu espírito que guia cada passo para que a clareza venha cada dia mais forte e lúcida. Ativa em mim o eu curador que se fortalece no caminho da missão planetária. Ativa em mim as células do amor que ativam a paz em todo o planeta, um a um, e todos nós. Arro. Esse é um presente do universo para o universo, e assim é. Gratidão.
Okay, beautiful. I was in the class. Okay, we are to end the presentation of the videos with the rituals. And to Raymond Panikkar, who is an excellent Hindu and Spanish philosopher, he studied religions. He told us that human behavior is ritual when the neighbor is something more than an object. Human love is a ritual when the person is discovered and not only the entity. The ritual is the proper form of human coexistence and the proper form to treat with the divine, the numinous, the etherics, or whatever you want to call it. If science is information about things, ritual is communication with people. And for this, we have a video of Mayan rituals from Sisi Descendientes de Guatemala. It's presented by Vilma Palax. Vilma Palax is now in Buenos Aires. She's representing the Latin American youth, indigenous youth, in a training of CAICID. And we are sure that she's going to do a very good work there. Congratulations, Vilma. We are with you.
La ceremonia maya, pues eso lo practican los guías espirituales. La ceremonia maya se hace 3 veces al año, uno con el recibimiento del año, uno a mediados de año y otros a finales de año. También lo hacen en bendiciones de semilla. En este caso, ustedes se preguntarán qué será la ceremonia maya. La ceremonia maya, pues eso lo practica un guía espiritual donde conjuga la naturaleza, donde hablan los 20 días. Ustedes habrán escuchado que el calendario maya tiene 20 días, que empieza con el Bat y termina con el Tzi. Y aparte de eso también tiene 19 meses. De los 19 meses, cada uno de ellos pues, tendrá su significado. Y también cuenta con la numeración 13. Y cada vez que se practica una ceremonia maya, porque la ceremonia maya lo hacen en cerros, en montañas, en bosques, a la orilla de los ríos, en fin, lo realizan en diferentes formas y lo hacen con todo corazón y amor. Por ejemplo, ¿qué contendrá la ceremonia maya? Pues siempre utilizan lo que es el azúcar, el agua, enzarte, pombola, ponco habanero, canela. También se utiliza mucho lo que es mirra, pericón, romero, toda esa clase de plantas. De hecho, pues, con esas plantas que ellos le ponen al fuego, es el agradecimiento, es una forma de compartir con nuestros ancestros, y también es una forma de dar las gracias, compartiendo con ellos los frutos de la tierra. Y también le ponen ocote, leña y todo eso. Cada vez que hacen una ceremonia es fiesta para las personas, es fiesta para la familia, es fiesta para la comunidad.
Okay, dear Angelina, I think we got it, I guess. Okay, 1 month of full activities of URI all over the world. The power of the global network in action to nurture with its diversity the new humanity. Could you tell us how was the preparation of our festival, Angelina?
Oh, my dear Enoe, it was so exciting. There were a lot of challenges, of course, because of our time difference, internet connection, some other challenges, but at the end, I think that we built amazing team. What do you think, Enoe? I love you so much, and our team is built on trust and love, I think. I also have some question for you, but maybe it's good to invite our participant to write only 1 word in our chat. only one word, not more than one, please. And we will read all these words at the end like a poem which we all created together today. So anyway, I am so impressed and inspired by all those beautiful art performances. Do you think that it's important to have such a cross-regional collaboration in the future? Do you find it useful and enriching?
Yes, absolutely. The experience of the cross-regional projects has helped me to appreciate the value of teamwork between the regions. First of all, I loved the team we have built in Latin America because it is an example of our URI principles. Between us, there were transparency, complementarity, and enthusiasm to achieve the same goal. How pleasant and fruitful it is to flow, working from love, sincerity, and appreciation. On the other hand, I think it was a nice experience to strengthen the connection with the CCs and nurture us with the work they are doing. Do you think the same, dear Angelina?
Absolutely, absolutely, Anoe. It is indeed strengthen our ties with the CCs and between CCs in different regions which are doing similar work and have similar interest. We can witness the power of the global URI network and the beauty of different cultures and religions, all coming together to make art as a form of dialogue. Harmony in diversity we want to build in the world, to build more beautiful world. So now it's time to read our poem, Anoe. Open the chat option and start with the first one. Who is the first one? Oh, a lot of. So I think that amazing, peaceful. Samira started probably peaceful.
You have a Jamie before that. Amazing. It was amazing.
Amazing. Okay, sorry. Amazing. And then you.
Bellissimo. We have to say the name. No, just the words. Bellissimo. That's beautiful.
Peaceful. Maravilloso.
Maravilloso. You say perfect in Spanish.
Okay. Community.
Love. Amor.
Yes, inspired.
Beautiful.
Community.
Touching.
Armonía.
The power of love.
Mother Earth.
Energía, energy.
Amen.
And we wanted to finish with music. But for this music is the Beethoven. Amen, amen, Maria. This music is the hymn of joy of Beethoven. And we chose it because we want to connect and to finish this gathering with our hearts, with the joy of music, of poetry, and the joy of being working for a new humanity.
Yes, we lost Anoe probably. Thank you all for your participation. Thank you to our special guests. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Salette. Thank you, Leila, Sarah, Vasu. Thank you all who support. Anyway, you are here. I thought that we lost you.
Yes, but I'm back. That's good. That was at the end. Oh, yes, thank you all the teams from Europe, from Latin America, and all of you for being here. And my dearest partner.
Oh, my dear partner.
Gracias a todos y a todas. Abrazos desde mi corazón, desde el sur del Ecuador para todos.